it's just so sad. But now
You do take it very personally.
I take it extremely personally.
Really sorry, like, I'm so used to being really close to the mic that, like, I usually, like, I'm pressed up against it, because just, you know, the way it worked before, and now I have to be away from it. It's really hard not to, like, grab it and scream at it.
Anyways.
Anyway,
Introducing our players here. I think you're familiar with them, but once again, spawning in the bottom right hand side of Newkirk Precinct, it is the blue Terran player playing for Team Property. It is Sjow.
and in the bottom left-hand corner, fighting the grudge match to, I don't know, take the crown, is it? the crown that he just probably showed that he's going to win. Spawning as the purple Zerg in the bottom left-hand corner of Neoplanet S. No, this is definitely not Neoplanet S. Shit.
Just roll with it. Just
okay,
roll.
the Belshir Vestige, Neoplanet Belshir, is MiA's Starbuck.
For you guys that just tuned in, we already saw a best of 3 series between those two guys. Starbuck ended up taking a 2-0 win, but with the last game being extremely close and extremely epic. Right now, this is the 5th best of 3 from a clan war of the EES. It is the decider, deciding basically who will win the clan war here, because the overall score is tied at the moment 2-2. That's just the way this format works out. It's a little bit weird, but
this is the deciding best of 3, not the deciding match. I'll just clarify.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a deciding best of 3. Absolutely, very true. Anyways, Starbuck once again going for the hatch first here, and going for the pool in a interesting position, I have to say. I usually you see Zergs planning it down just behind their mineral line, but I've never seen anything like that. Don't know if that is.
I see the
probably, yeah, just mind games.
Mind games. I see the spire in a similar position sometimes, like right at the top of the ramp. I've never been able to figure out why, but you know.
Well, it's kind of an obvious spot, so it might not get scouted right away, because usually you would scan the hatcheries, so it might just slip by.
Yeah, true. But I think the
but
scan covers that whole area.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, there's going to be a spawning pool, though. It's not exactly a building that's like, maybe he went spawning pool.
It's definitely a weird building position, but I don't think we should overthink it too much.
I would definitely love to see someone just like knock over a pool and just screw it. I'm going to win with drones.
200
comes the
drone
reaper.
rush. Anyways,
He's going to bounce straight past the spawning pool here. Oh no, he's not. So he doesn't know there's a spawning pool.
but he sees the
Except that
links.
there's lings on the
Plot
map.
twist.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Plot
behind
twist.
all of that, Sjow is going to throw down a factory on already with the reactor in place. I think they'll just.
I'm really sorry. Plot twist. Damn it. Okay. Deep breath. Nice one, Elmo.
Sorry, I know this is very unprofessional, but just.
That was goal. I love that.
They'll just.
He didn't see the spawning pool, but bam, lings. He won't see that coming.
Oh, look at that! Armory going down now for Sjow here, and he's already switching add-ons here. So we might very well see some Hellbats.
Okay, I'm done. Thanks everybody for bearing with me. Alrighty. So yeah, there's some Marines on the map. Plot twist. Queens, plot twist. I'm going to be doing that all night now, damn it. Alright.
I
There's
think
nothing
you're
there's-
ruining the joke here. Oh,
there's
look,
nothing
he's
to
now
comment on,
coasting
so-
into the main base, trying to get a scout. Sees one guess, he's no second one. Misses the armory though, so that can be
Additional supply
can be interesting. Starport is now going down here. Will finish in around a minute here. Now with the first couple of Hellions being produced, let's see Halberds indeed are going down here for Sjow. So since the recent patch, we saw that Halberds are no longer as effective as they used to because their damage got nerfed just a little bit.
Still hideously
but-
effective though.
Absolutely, I mean still they can do a lot of damage, just not as quickly as before. And also
The
now with the
Roachborn-
Hellions already coasting around the map, Starbuck is in a lot of trouble here.
He's
extremely
thrown down the
careful.
Roach Warren just to defend against these Hellions now, but they're getting a lot of shots off, lining them up.
Line
We've
him up.
got 9 killed so far, and we're going to get a hell of a lot more if he doesn't pull. He finally gets the pull. There's a couple of Lings still alive, and the Queens are going to get the
It's
probably get the
already
last
looking,
2 of them.
So it's already looking really good for Sjow here, already getting 9 worker kills. That is already really nice. And now first medevac is being produced already. The first couple of Halberds are out. With that medevac, Halberd drops will begin, and they also can do a lot of damage.
This is definitely a much more crisp build from Sjow here. This is something much closer to what I'd expect. Early harass into an immediate follow-up harass, then probably switching into full barracks production around the 10-minute mark with the upgrades, you know, +1/+1 maybe, or shields, combat shields and stim, or maybe just going full bio and throwing down like 8 barracks at a time. He is going up to 3 bases, so he can supply up to about, what I think is 8 barracks, full production off 3 bases, is it? Or is it 9?
I have no idea.
I think it might be 9. I think it's 3 per plus
Anyways,
a tech building.
Sjow is now moving out with his Halberds and a couple of Marines, and also those 2 Hellions that get taken out right away here. But Starbuck really has not the biggest of armies one could imagine here, and especially with those Halberds, the Lings are pretty much useless right now. Let's see how well he can do. Also a really nice position here for those Halberds to be in. The Roaches are clumped up completely. Halberds are doing so much damage here, and it's already not looking too good for Starbuck here in this first game of that best of 3 series. But I think eventually he should be able to push that away.
Yeah, he cleaned that. He's going to clean this up without taking too much more economic damage. Although they do lift into the main, this could be even worse. There is a Spore Crawler there, which will do nothing against the ground units, but it will help to take down the medevacs very quickly. 1 medevac going down, but only 2 more kills, so 2 more SCV drone kills so far, which is really, it's actually a really good defense by Starbuck. He lost 5 in that push, but the amount of units that Sjow lost is much higher than that. 2 Queens fighting off against 2 Hellbats in the third here, and just constant pressure from Sjow is probably going to slow down now. There's a whole bunch of Roaches on the field, and there are Overlords positioned to spot any incoming drops, so we're probably going to macro down a bit and settle into the late game.
Yeah,
Mid-game,
absolutely.
sorry.
I have to completely agree with you there. I mean, Starbuck did take some damage from that, of course, but it is still good. I mean, he's now getting his 4th base, whereas Sjow is just throwing down his 3rd base and starting to saturate that. I think, I mean, he killed 14 workers, but it could have been way worse than that.
Yeah, definitely. He can afford 14 workers. 13? 13's now a new number. With the Terran macroing up this hard, though, this is kind of scary. He's gone really heavy SCV production. He's already nearly maxed out on 3 bases, which is with so much aggression going on. That's
He's at 100 supply.
so I meant you know what I meant.
No, I have no idea what you were trying
Full
to say.
saturation on 3 bases.
Okay.
Thank you, little fairy in my ear. He's on full saturation on 3 bases, and as a Terran, that usually comes a bit later than the 11 or 12 minute mark, with all of that aggression going down and his production buildings go.
By the way,
we do
we
have a
have
Ling run by in the 3rd.
Yeah, absolutely. In the natural, actually. Depots are not up. They get into the natural,
Definitely
take
the
out a
natural.
couple of workers. That is already really nice here for Starbuck. Very small investment here for him, and already doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, 5 SCVs. That's really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you take a look at the workers count right now, it's 74 to 60. Behind all of that, we see +2, +1 going down. We have Aspire on its way. We have Baneling Speed. Basically, Starbuck is getting all the necessary upgrades right now. He is in a decent position, I have to say. But it's still pretty much even. I think I might have even give a slight end here to Sjow, who is already, by the way, once again moving out here.
Yeah, with that all of that aggression in the early game, I mean, 14 workers is fine, but I don't think it was enough. Although, what is going to be Show's Starbuck's response?
Once again, we have another link by here in the natural, while Sjow is trying to be aggressive here at the main, at the front of Starbuck, but he's already moving in so many units, but the link run by is just killing absolutely everything. So many workers are going down here. For Sjow, he's losing so much right now. 20 SCVs have been killed. Wow, Starbuck is really bulldozering himself into that game. And also
20 SCVs
already,
and it's still not been cleaned up, mind you.
absolutely, and
21.
also that attack has been delayed also much. And now with all those banelings and the couple of mutalisks that are now hatching, I think Starbuck is in a prime position right now.
Sacrificing a queen at the entrance to his third there to get all of those mine detonations, and he's going to morph in the Overlord, probably use some lings to go in and clean everything up. Overseer, rather. And here we come, the big push that should have happened about a minute and a half ago, now hugely delayed by that ling run by. There are no medevacs, there are 4 medevacs, but that's not going to be enough. With all these banelings. Oh, that was a huge hit.
That Widow Mine just killed absolutely everything. And also once again connects nicely into those mutalisks here. But still the Terran player is on creep here. The banelings are trying to get the best connects as possible. But in the last second, Sjow saves his units into those medevacs that will eventually
And another
now be
ling run
chased
by
down by
into the
mutalisks.
third. Natural.
Wow.
I keep saying third. My brain's nearly fried from these games. The mute is chasing down a couple of medevacs.
Starbuck is just being relentless with all those run-bys here. Taking a look
36.
at the workers killed. 36. Wow. Overall, we have now 80 to 50 workers. Well, that's, well, nice for
He's in
Starbuck,
trouble.
I guess.
And the mutas are going to come in and do some more economic damage in the mineral line. There's a turret here, but it's not going to slow down that many mutas.
It's not
Overseer coming in.
now. That should
Yep,
be
that's-
plenty to take down that turret.
You can probably take the turret down with about 6, but he's going to near one shot. It is getting repaired.
Oh,
But, oh
Once
my
again,
god, there's going to be so
link
many
run
dead
buys
SCVs.
into
47.
the natural here.
Jeez, crow. 47,
Oh god.
49. Let's get the 50. Come on.
There we go.
50,
There's the
50 SCVs dead.
Add-ons are being sniped here by Starbuck once again. It is not looking good for Sjow, but he is putting everything now into it, going for a counter aggression here. He knows Starbuck needs those mutalisks to defend here, but with all those banelings and all those links here, I think Starbuck should still be able to make something happen here, pushing forward now. But nice spread from Sjow here, evading most of those banelings here and is now pushing forward. More banelings are being moved here, but I think Sjow might be able to push on through here.
There's plenty of lings here, and if these banelings on creep, I'm not sure if they've got centrifugal hooks yet, but yes they do. This is going to be quite hideous, and here they come. Oh, there's mines there, but they have to pull back because the Marines pull back off creep, and he can just keep morphing banelings and lings this whole time while those mutas continually harass. Although there is more units coming across the field, they have stimmed up, and these medevacs are getting some of these medevacs are getting low on energy. There are a whole lot of Marines, so he's probably going to lose this third base, but he is he's on 4 now. Still, even if he loses this base, he's going to have 4, and he pulled the drones early enough with more mutas coming out. I think just way too much economic damage has been done. 72 SCVs have been killed, and yet Sjow is still in this.
Yeah, but
How is that even possible?
Starbuck knows that pretty much Sjow has to pretty much do almost game-ending damage, or at least equalizing damage with that go here, because take a look at the economy. We now have 3 base to 4 base with 73 drones to 32 SCVs. Now once again Sjow is going to go for a different route here, once again pushing onto the creep, scanning to get rid of the creep numbers. But I think if Starbuck actually can clean up that army, he basically won the game.
I'm not too sure about this move from Sjow here, moving up into this base. He's going to be trapped if he moves, and I think he's going to do it. If he moves some of his forces to intercept the retreat path of the medevacs when they finally do lift up. Oh, okay, so he clearly didn't see that coming, or maybe he was freeing up some supply. But at 143 supply, I doubt that was the case.
Let's see how Starbuck is planning on getting rid of that army. Once again, Mules are poking into the main, taking out once again a turret here and a lot of SCVs and also the mules that were keeping the income up for Sjow.
Oh
Now
my
we have
god!
MiA. Oh my god!
The humanity!
Guys!
Oh, the humanity! That was
Oh.
so many dead Marines. Oh god.
Oh. That. Oh,
Anyway.
oh my. Wow.
So, Sjow just dropped about 40-50 supply in about 2.5 seconds. More Lings chasing after these medevacs, and they're going to keep an eye on them as the mutas stream up from the bottom right-hand corner, and he's going to lose all of these. There's nothing he can do about it. He's dropping the Marines, but they're being dropped onto Banelings. That's never a good thing. And the mutas will chase these all the way home. 3 medevacs left, and he picks off every single medevac that had anything left in it. Miraculously.
Wow. 140 to 80 supply right now. Starbuck is just playing like a madman in this series so far. Now getting +2, +3 and the adrenaline glance or whatever that thing is called. Yeah, there we go. I mean, Starbuck is trying to get back into the... not Starbuck, Sjow is trying to get back into the game, building command centers left, right and center. But with just 27 SCVs, of course, Mule can keep you up. He has 4 or 5 OCs. But I think eventually it's just not gonna be enough.
He's taken Ultras off 2 bases. That's an interesting choice, given that he's only... I mean... He's got 6 gases. The mutas are in the main base now. Basically just destroying everything, now targeting down the supply depots, which is a really nice move. I love that. Oh, and he's going to get both of these engineering bays before they can complete 3-3.
He will
that
at
is
least
massive.
get one. And he
I reckon he'll get the other one, yeah.
He corrupts the other one, I don't know what that is called.
Oh, get it, get it,
Oh!
get it.
He's gonna get it, he's gonna get it.
Gets it.
The leg! Oh!
That was massive.
We'll lose a lot of Mutalisks in exchange though, but I think cancelling those upgrades is very important here for Starbuck. To be able to be ahead in those upgrades, because that is very important. And now with the first couple of Ultralisks being produced here, and pretty much mostly Marines in the army composition of Sjow, I think he's in a very good position here. And once again, a couple of Lings were trying to run by into that 4th base, but since that it's a planetary fortress, not really too much happening there.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, interesting. I don't think there's much Sjow can do from here. He's just taken so much economic damage. He is evening up the supplies slightly, given that 30 supply of Starbucks is probably workers in general. But those mutas are just going to continue to cause massive damage to any economic advantage that Sjow might pull out.
Absolutely. Once again, the Mutalisks are trying to get into the main base here, but already Marines are in position and also a lot of turrets are being constructed here for Sjow. So at least this main base should be safe. Take a look at the third and natural. Not really too much safety going on there. Once again, starting his +3/+3 upgrades here once again. Once again.
Once again.
I mean, Sjow is getting back into the game. He's, in terms of army, actually pretty much equal with Starbuck.
But look at the bottom of Starbuck's natural ramp.
Yeah.
Look at that army just standing there, waiting for its moment to come in and destroy everything in its path. And this map is hugely underrated for those really big battle areas that, like the one we're about to see, where these Marines are moving onto the creep and they're going to get flanked and probably
look at that, Starbuck is
front.
already setting up the brutal contain here, or the brutal surround. Look at that, coming in from all multiple directions, baiting, pretty much connecting onto everything. Also the Mutalisks come into play here. Not really too good of splits going on for Sjow. He loses everything, drops once again down to 100 supply. Also will lose a lot of medevacs in the process here. Is once again being pushed back into his 3rd base. And now with all those Ultralisks charging forward, it is not looking good for the Blue Terran here.
There was a couple of Baneling hits there that were just unbelievable. Really phenomenal Baneling hits. I think they were just incidental. They're probably A-moved, but they got really good connects. 3-3s coming down again. I wonder if we're going to see another muta run by trying to snipe those off. Although his muta count has been reduced, but his ultra count is building all of the time. And we do see Banelings morphing in. He's going to probably go and attack the 4th here. And it's pretty much wide open aside from the planetary fortress, which will get completely annihilated by these ultras.
Oh, look at that. I just like the fact that Starbuck was dropping changelings to activate that Widow Mine. They're cool, and now the Ultrasks are charging forward into that 4th base here, looking to try to take that out. At the same time, Banelings and Lynx are trying to do their best at the natural, at the 3rd. Planetary Fortress goes down, therefore of course shutting down most of the income of Sjow here. Oh, those Ultras have to be careful.
Yeah, that was...
Don't want to go that way.
And they're doing it again, the AI splitting up around terrain features, which is a real problem with... you've got to really be careful of that. I've had that happen myself quite a few times, getting caught between 2 terrain features because the AI split my units up and I get really angry. The Sjow is coming back into this. The supply, he is down 40 supply, but some of that is harvesters, obviously, which gives Starbuck the advantage, but at the same time, we saw just what Sjow's production could do in the late game. And I really love his Sim City here. These Ultras are going to have a real tough time assaulting anything here, but he's running out of mineral patches fast, and he's only going to have 1 mining base, and that mining base will get stripped very quickly as he drops all of those mules.
What were those queens doing? How did they even get there? Anyways.
I think they were coming up to heal the Ultras. I was surprised he didn't have them up there a bit earlier.
I think things are happening any moment here. Starbuck is already gearing up for big aggression here once again. I mean, Sjow is in a pretty nice position here with all those buildings blocking run paths and surrounding paths. You should be careful not to move out there though, because that is a very, very bad position for him to get into. He's basically now in between the 2 halves of the armies. I think it didn't get spotted though.
Yeah, the Mutacount is rising again, which is really nice to see, but here we go, Sjow is pushing in. He's still got a fairly terrifying army, although he doesn't have the...
no control whatsoever.
He just stood there as those... he stood there as the Ultras came in. In the last game, the thing that nearly won... it won the mid-game for him and took him into the late game with an actual advantage was the amount of barracks he had with tech structures, and he was building Marauders at like 8 at a time.
Anyways, Starbuck is now pushing into the natural of Sjow here. Maybe even trying to end that game right now. He basically got the best engagement you can get just a couple of seconds ago. Now taking out the food and the 4th bases here eventually. Okay, that one gets lifted, but all the SCVs die. A couple of units now try to stop that, but I think as long as they are not Chuck Norris, that won't help out. And I think we might see a GG here any moment. Starbuck ends up taking game 1 here. I'm pretty sure at least.
Yeah, there's a bit of a
GG.
Premature. There it is, GG, premature call there, but you were absolutely right on the money. Well done. And Starbuck playing another really superb game, but showing it had to be said. Showing just what he has in store, and he really he showed there that he towards the end there that he does have the answers. He just has to put them all together. And I mean, we've all seen Sjow play